Joining me for tonight's Lynn Classical Lindengus game is Mike Zakowski, the Lynn Classical coach. Mike, great season again, back in the tournament.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we are. We at this point in the season we're 11-6. So far, so good. We had a few tough ones. Recently, we played Peabody, 1-0 loss, and since then, we really regrouped and we're ready for tonight's Lynn English Lynn Classical game. The season has been so far not a surprise, but with the senior-laden group, I figured, coming into the season with the experience we had in last year's tournament, that we'd come through and I shouldn't say steamroll through, but I thought we'd have a really strong season. Yeah, we have 3 games left, so there's still a chance for improvement. These guys have left everything out on the field, and I'm very proud of them. Going into the Clancy tournament, we have something to prove in that, where this is my 5th year, and we haven't fared well in that tournament at all, and I think this year would be a good little test going into the state tournament with tonight and the Clancy, to prove, we are that team to be reckoned with that I knew we were in the beginning of the season.
Certainly last year you surprised a lot of people at the end of the season. You got hot, you rolled into the season, you knocked off Danvers, you got to the North Final. And this year you had to come into the season with something of a target on your back. Everybody expected, as you did, that your team would be good, and it was going to be a scrap every game.
Yes, other coaches at Classical, they tease you and they slap you on the back and say, hey, you guys got that target on your back this year. It's not always a good thing to have that target on your back. You try to tell the guys with the run we had at the end of the season, beating the 1, the 3, and the 7 seed in the tournament. Excuse me, the 2, the 3, and the 7 seed. That you were going to be that team that people were coming after. As you saw in the Globe and the Herald, we were ranked preseason, and it's not always a good thing. These kids, high school kids, they like to get into that newspaper, and sometimes I think they think they can show up at the field and already get a win, and I think that's what happened in the beginning of the season. We quickly turned it around and were able to figure it out, as we say, and get back on track. Going into this year's tournament, same thing. I think with what we did last year, teams will be looking for us this year, as opposed to that 10-10 team that got the 16 seed and people said surprise them. But I think this year people will be ready for us. Okay, let's talk about tonight's game against Lynn English. They're also heading back into the tournament. Always a tough game. It's Lynn Classical, Lynn English. Matt Roy, my broadcast partner, likes to call it the Spring Thanksgiving Day game. Do the kids take it as such on the baseball team? Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of these guys played football, and they did have their Thanksgiving game. We played them earlier in the year, which I don't think that game is as big for them as tonight's game is. Tonight, records get thrown out the window. It doesn't matter who's pitching, who's on the field. These kids are going to leave everything on the field. They want to prove to their cross-city rivals, their friends, that we're better than you or they're better than us. And I think you'll see a great game tonight. And we're not going to even have to worry about two teams that are state qualified, because I don't think that would have mattered either way. Well, looks like the weather's going to be in your favor tonight to get this one in. Mike, great job so far this season. Good luck the rest of the way and into the tournament. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.